Interview time. Huh? Yeah, you want to watch?
Wasn't here today.
Who?
Greg, who is usually the one who does it.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
It was you.
Yeah.
Let me think. It could have been me. I don't know.
Yeah, I know.
I'll be forgetting a lot of stuff.
Well,
Yeah.
I didn't do it.
I mean, you are almost 70, so.
You can kick them.
I'm gonna kick your ass for real.
Yeah.
I'm gonna kick your ass. I ain't playing with you no more.
Why?
Huh?
Why? I got your face on my screen.
Yeah, that's why.
Wow.
Shut up.
What the? Be nice. It's not nice. He's not nice.
Good afternoon and welcome to JMCC TV. I am Cindy, the moderator of the day. And we would like to welcome Josh Edmond, who is our latest and greatest employee.
How about it?
Welcome, Josh.
How you doing?
Good. How are you?
I'm good.
So what would you say that you do here at Joshua Motor Car?
So I handle basically everything that has to do with the digital footprint, online marketing, event coordination, things like that, animation, production, filming, videography, photography, everything that has to do with content creation, digital media, and digital marketing.
And what inspired you to take charge of the brand's digital presence and creative direction?
Well, first off, I needed a job. So there was that.
That always is a good...
It's a good way to start, right?
Yes.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. So I needed a job and put in my application, stopped into JMCC, got to meet Josh firsthand, and I realized that this was a very family-oriented company. After doing an interview that was only supposed to take a half hour, it took about an hour and 30 minutes. I realized this is the place that I wanted to be. Having a background in automotive sales for about 10 years and also doing digital marketing for 15 years. It was a perfect fit. And the moment I got the call to get hired, he gave me full leadway to kind of create his vision and make whatever was going on in his mind be put into reality. And now I'm here and we're doing it big. So.
And
exciting.
how high did you jump when you heard that you were hired by Joshua Motor Car Company?
I hit my head on the ceiling pretty hard.
So what's your process for turning a dealership moment into a piece of social media gold?
So my process is very, very, very complicated yet simple. Let's say we get a new car in. It goes through the process of getting serviced, getting stickered, getting put into the system, put onto our website, and then the car gets to me. And if I see something that I know it's gonna sell, it's a hot commodity, I'll get a couple of videos of it, edit it, give it a little bit of flair and stuff, and throw it right on social media, and hopefully, it starts to stick and people start to gravitate towards it, which seems to have been going pretty well. So I think my process is working.
High five to you.
High five. Woo!
Okay. So what campaign or event have you worked on recently that you are most proud of?
Oh, most recently. Well, right now we're doing Mental Health Awareness Month. As everybody knows, it's May. I'm very, very, very big on mostly men's mental health. I think it's very important that people talk about mental health. As you know, this month we're donating some funds from each car that's sold to the ADAA, which is the American Depression and Anxiety Association of America. Something that I had put together literally within the 2 days' time. Me and Josh coordinated on it, and from what I'm seeing, it's something that's got a lot of feedback, and I'm hoping that we can keep it going every year.
That's great.
Yeah.
Something that's definitely needs to be brought to the foreground.
Yeah, because I've got a lot of mental health, so there's that.
Probably why you're working here at Joshua Motor Car Company.
For sure. Tons of crazies.
So how do you balance creativity with strategy in marketing at Joshua?
Well, creativity for me has always been the easy part. Strategy is the thing that kind of becomes a little bit more difficult. You just have to really know your clientele. You have to also know the company that you're working for, understand their vision, extensively to the point where the vision is your vision, and putting that whole game plan together, that whole marketing plan, that's kind of what it comes down to. Just understanding exactly what the boss is looking for, understanding the ambiance and the vibe that he's trying to get to, and the vision that he has for the business. And that's what you tailor it around. And once you have that, everything just starts to flow very easily. So that's pretty much how I do it.
Very good. And what do you think is the biggest challenge of marketing a dealership? And how do you overcome it? Two-part question.
Yeah. I would say the biggest challenge of marketing a dealership is that there's always egos. So getting past those egos and bringing it back to a more understanding and logical point kind of keeps the boat flowing and keeps the boat rowing. Just helping people understand the overall concept of what you're trying to do and the overall vision of where you're trying to get to. Once everybody's on the same page, it's like a well-oiled machine. Everything just flows really, really well.
Okay. So it was an easy thing to overcome.
For me, yes. For most, maybe not. Not to sound, prideful or cocky, but yeah, it's pat myself on
A little pat on back.
a little bit, So for me, yeah, it was pretty easy and to be honest, it was only easy because of the people that I work with. The people that I work with are really easy to work with, very understanding and very, very open-minded. From the moment I came in, they treated me like family. Of course, Mama Cindy, kind of just took me under her wing as her adopted kid. So there's always that. But yeah, that's pretty much how it goes.
I have big wings.
Very big wings.
What's one thing people would be surprised to know about your role here?
It's tumultuous. It's strenuous. And it's never ending. I guess, you're not just doing digital marketing. You're coordinating events. You have to learn your inventory. You have to game plan for how you're going to angle your next video. You've got to make sure that posts are being scheduled and going up. You've got to monitor analytics and graphs and check on how your competitors are doing versus you. There's so much that goes into it that a lot of people really just don't understand. It's not just sitting here posting content to social media. You're gauging everything from numbers to performances to ROIs to understanding SEOs and SEMs, which is search engine optimization and stuff like that. Making sure that your reviews are good, making sure that the negative reviews are responded to. Answering customers on social media, whether it be on Messenger or Instagram, direct message, whatever it may be. You're constantly doing something. I mean, you'll see me numerous times on the phone and people think, oh, he's just walking around with his phone. No, I'm doing something on my phone while something's running on my computer. I could be waiting for a video to download that I have to upload to these social media platforms while still having to edit another video or come up with a flyer or gauge how we're going to lay our promotions out for that month. It's a lot. It's definitely a lot.
I understand. Mm-hmm. And with all these directions that you're going,
yeah,
which one would be your favorite to do?
Well, it's not being the moderator on interviews. I'll tell you that much. I do hate my moderator voice. It's not my favorite.
But you do have a good radio voice.
Yeah, that's what I've been told. I would say my favorite thing to do is creating visuals. I love captivating people through their eyes. That's just something that's always been a thing for me. Putting sequences together, adding certain colors and flares or images that kind of just sit right with everybody, making things pop, but also keeping things subtle, just understanding my demographics and throwing things out there to see what works. I think that's my favorite thing, for sure.
Sounds good. So what does JMCC mean to you personally?
Oh, wow.
Especially with your family so deeply rooted in this story.
Well, it's funny. I've only been here a month and...
Oh, is that all?
Yeah, you would never know. It feels like a year. It feels like forever. This place has changed my life and not even just the financial way, but also even for my mental health. Now, mind you, we do work with a lot of crazies, okay? But I'm crazy, and my crazy works with their crazy. And within, I would say, 2 weeks' time, everybody's become like family here. Me and Stan, we talk a lot of mess, a lot of junk to each other as much as we can. And it's like having an older uncle that acts like your big brother, you know. Rich, Rich is a unique character because you never know if he's happy or sad. Because he rarely ever smiles, but he's so sarcastic and he's always got something slick to say. And he's like a father figure, you know? It's like the father I never had, so that's also a plus. Josh is like my brother. I always say he's the child that you and Rich kept and sent me on my way, you know? So, because we both have the same name, people probably think that I own the business and I don't. I'm not that talented. But Josh is he's like a brother, you know? Danny, he's like the other brother that you love to party with and have a good time with, who's just super straightforward, that you can talk to him direct and he'll understand where you're coming from. And he also has a super big heart. And then there's Kaylin, and she she is probably one of the funniest people I've ever met in my life. Me and her, we vibe. So it's a real hate-love relationship where we get on each other's nerves all the time, but we love each other to death, you know.
More
it's
love
great.
than hate.
Yeah, definitely more love than hate. I've got my co-partner right over there who's not here right now, Yvonne. She's a jokester as well. She likes to video bomb some of my videos. If you go and check Bill's video, she's throwing up peace signs and all kinds of stuff in the background. And then there's Bill. He's the veteran. He's the old soul. He's like the uncle at the barbecue, you know. So it's a real well-rounded family. It's definitely a well-rounded family. It means a lot to me.
Good.
Oh, wait, we can't forget Mama Sydney. Let's not forget Mama Sydney.
Please, let's.
Wait, let's not forget, because, I mean, you want to talk about a true matriarch. I mean, she is the strongest, toughest son of a gun you will ever meet. And she can throw jokes better than most men. And a lot of men can't take her jokes. So it's awesome. It's great.
Why, thank you.
You're welcome.
I appreciate those accolades.
Absolutely.
So outside of work, what are the few things that fuel your creativity and keep you grounded?
Well, what keeps me out of trouble is my son. What also keeps me from never giving up is my son. He is 13 years old, and he's had a tumultuous life, you know. Me being a single dad, I've went through a lot of hardship. But I've always made sure that I could be there for him as much as I possibly could, even in my roughest points. You know, there's times where I was living on the street and I didn't know how I was going to be able to be there for my kid or how I was going to be able to provide for him because I wasn't finding work. And, you know, there's times where I wanted to give up, and if it wasn't for him being here, I would probably be long gone. So I would say he drives everything that I do. He pushes my creativity to a new level. He pushes my motivation, my ambition, everything that I am to levels that I didn't even think I was capable of. So if I had to say there's what drives me, what fuels my creativity, it's got to be my son, Caden, for sure.
Does Caden know that he has such a strong influence in your life?
Oh yeah, he does. Yeah, even in my darkest times, he still considers me his superhero. So
that's a
always
wonderful
plus.
thing.
Yeah. That's a great thing. It's nothing better than that in this world. So, yeah.
Well, thank you, Josh, for bringing enlightenment of your personal being to our personal space.
Yeah, that's what I'm hearing. The life of the party, you know. I had to spice this place up a bit.
Yeah, and you certainly have.
Absolutely. I appreciate it.
Yeah, well, thank you again for being the man behind the camera.
I appreciate it. Thank you so much.
You're
Mama.
welcome.
Absolutely. So this has been another episode of JMCC. I thank you guys for coming. We're going to be doing more interviews. Stay tuned for some of the things that we've got going on. And it was great talking to you. Now you know who I am. Talk to you later.